welcome. Oh. The awakened one has returned. The awakened one represents this essence in us, this stable mountain, this stable source within us. In times of despair and confusion, the awakened one comes in to shine light, to represent and to give prosperity and to support, guide us to this clarity and peace within. This is the words that are spoken, the truth that is given to remind us of that place inside where we all are the awakened one, meaning we are coming into oneness with our own essence. It is being in a desert and suddenly there's a mountain giving balance to the desert. The mountain seems to be that we rise up and that we get closer to the sun, so we think that it will be giving us more heat and more, desert feeling, more uncomfortable feeling. But the mountain brings about a different energy, different environment. It creates scenery behind the desert and it lifts us up and it creates a growing environment. It brings the possibility of snow, of vegetables, trees growing. So it actually kind of creates an environment for growth. That is what the awakened one symbolizes, that we dare to look to this part of ourselves. for this part of ourselves will kind of change the dynamic, and thus daring to be seen, daring to rise up. That is what the awakened one symbolizes. That we dare to see we're not going to just remain in the desert confused and warm and uncomfortable, but that we can kind of return to the majestic scenery. We dare to be seen as the mountain, stable and pure, and to see that it actually shifts the dynamic of our life. It shifts the dynamic of us. And it also becomes a light for others to follow. So that is what the awakened one symbolizes, that it becomes a source of light. So we're kind of allowing ourselves to return to this source, that we allow ourselves to become the emanation of the sun rays of the sun, the emanation of God. We're allowing ourselves to return to that sun, be that sun rays. And as we kind of start noticing and daring to have faith, which is what the awakened one symbolizes, that it's possible, we start noticing ourselves kind of separate, that we are a separate entity. We are not just part of the sun. We're not just part of the chaos. That's why most people get stuck and lost in thoughts and emotions. And we are easily seduced and easily manipulated by mistruths, lies that are given. And that is where the journey, as we are in life doing better, we see that people become more confused. So the better a society seemingly are, the more confusing it can be, because the more lost you can be. So we have to realize, what is the purpose of living a good life if we don't dare to return to that stable essence inside, that peaceful mountain inside? Then we are kind of always just being pushed around, always running after everything out there. So that is kind of the beauty when we have sessions, when we have these Wisdom Wednesdays, that we are allowing ourselves to be open to this light from the source, from God, from life, and that we can start seeing, what are we choosing? Do we dare to choose to show up? Do we dare to choose to prioritize? Or do we get lost in the different emotions? Do we get lost in the excuses of life? When we are confused, we feel lost, and things are not seemingly going our way. So we always are left in an excuse of what's going on, why we are failing, why things are not as perfect as we outwardly have been kind of programmed to think. So to kind of return to this awakened state, to this natural essence that we are, we dare to rise above, and we dare to kind of start to claim a space as a human, as a being. So this is the kind of the purpose of showing up. This is the purpose of tapping in. When I'm talking these words, I'm talking as the sun rays, the emanation of God, bringing you focused to that potential of allowing yourself to integrate, allowing yourself to become and focus and choose to awaken to this mountain. So there has been times where this has happened in the past. There's been confusing times, and then there has come an awakened one, like the Buddha coming at one times, bringing a focus on being, or Jesus coming in, focusing on the Lordship. There's been different kind of teachers, awakened ones at different times, to be a guide, to help support different potentials, as humanity has been ready for different kinds of teachers, different kind of teachings as we have evolved. And now, as we are kind of coming together in a new way, in a more of a democracy where we all are allowing each other to have chosen different kinds of structures of living, we're allowing us to see both the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong. And in that, life becomes a perfect mirror for ourselves. Everything that happens out there becomes a perfect mirror to actually, it can return us to our awakened one, to our awakened state. As we realize that there's easy to get caught up in the drama, in the opinions, but to truly be a support and to truly be of need in this world, we have to dare to, and to truly enjoy life, we have to dare to return to that peaceful essence that is there. So the words shine light on these, this presence, this awareness within us, so that we can start entering it and allowing it, because you have to allow it. It's not by force. It's not by threat. It's not by death, but it is allowing yourself to surrender beyond the thoughts, beyond those confusing emotions, beyond those confusing beliefs, beyond that what society is putting as right or wrong or good or bad, and what you must and must not do, so that we can kind of return to that essence that we have within us. So whether you are new here today, or you have been here before, or you've been part of a retreat, or you pop by, every time showing up, tapping in, commenting, giving a donation, tapping into the space, and kind of, it is like coming to an oasis in the desert, daring to drink off of it and daring to receive. And it truly just represents you receiving and opening yourself up to yourself, opening yourself up to the body, that you have a body, but you are not the body. You have the thoughts, but you are not the thoughts. You have emotions, but you are not the emotions. That you are allowing yourself, so you're not the sand, you're allowing yourself to drink and be replenished by it. So the water gives you nourishment, and it allows you to kind of return to the spiritual body, the spiritual being that you can birth and allow to come in. So you're allowing the mountains to come in to the desert. And by that will kind of change the whole desert itself, because the mountain kind of creates energy and the heat, and it will shift. So it will actually maybe start growing, might be more different kind of animals, different kind of, it might be grass, trees, different things. So in the majesticness of the mountain, everything changes. And that is the kind of the ascension process, where we can dare to rise up. It's easy to bow down and say, I must be like everybody else. I must allow everybody to be more important than me. I must be just like everybody else. Kind of like Norwegians are good at that. But then it's a little bit like America, where it's like daring to be the shine, daring to do, enjoy life, daring to show up for an after party, daring to show up for the the champagne, daring to show up and dare to allow yourself to be nourished and allow yourself, because that is the energy of spirit. When you to kind of when you tap into it, when you drink that water, when you truly feel the water coming in and you feel the nourishment, it is like a happiness, a peacefulness, and then laughter coming in as it kind of soothes you from inside. So it is like, it is a reminder that we can tap into this awakened one inside. And from that source, energy comes in and nourishes us. And we will start seeing us emanating from God, emanating from the sun. But then we are free also from the sun. So we become the sun rays, and then we receive the sun. We receive the heat. We receive the energy. So then we become the awakened one. We become that which is alive. We allow our body to be nourished. And as we do, our body will start to kind of adapt and change, because we are allowing this spring to, that is where the mountain, when we raise up the mountains, the snow, because it's so high, the snow will be there, and then it will come down as a river down, and it will create a little pond. So then we suddenly have this well inside. And then the body will start to breed. And then the bones and the ligaments and everything will actually start to become nourished from inside. So it becomes this kind of graceful relationship as we are allowing the energy to kind of heal us, to renew us, to transform us. And as the body starts to open, the emotion starts to shift and the thought starts to clear. And then we start seeing more of the sun as it comes in, not just something behind the fog, the clouds, but something that comes in and we can enjoy. We can put up an umbrella, and we can become the masters of our own life. We can start to see that we don't have to act. Life is not out of desperation. It is out of choice. When we start to see the choice, and we start to see we don't have to do more. We don't have to say yes to everything. We don't have to live from desperation. We can start also daring to say no. I choose this. I don't always have time for everything. So then we become masters that actually start to see that I dare to say yes, but I also dare to say no sometimes. So then we start to see that we start saying yes to the source, the water, the nourishment, and less to that which is just leads us out to the desert all the time. When we forget that we are the mountain and we get lost out into the desert. That is what we did. We were the mountain when we were born. We were the awakened one. And everybody around us wants to see us as a little baby because we are the awakened one. And then everybody tells like, you have to go out there. Where? Oh, it's so exciting. Go out there. Yeah, but I only see desert out there. Well, it's amazing. It's so exciting. There's all these buildings and, well, okay. Well, we forgot that we ask, is there any water out there? Is there any nourishment? Well, no, they have some drinks, but they make you super dry. We put salt in it and all kinds of stuff. So we just get more and more thirsty. So we drink more and more. If you see Americans, they actually always walk around with a bottle. They get thirsty. Sometimes we get lost in wanting and needing instead of allowing ourselves to be nourished from inside. So yeah, the sun, when I use the sun, it's not talking about the sun itself. It is kind of symbolic. I use these words as symbologies to kind of for the source that is not seen, which is the true energy that comes in. So it takes time to kind of quiet yourself and to see and to rise up. Sometimes you have to go up the mountain, your own mountain. As maybe you need a guide to be like, because you might not find your way, you get stuck. There is no path up the mountain, so we don't really know how to get up there. That's why most people are just stuck down by the pool, so we don't, at least we have water. But then gradually we see that there's a river going up the mountains. And then we start, as we go up a little bit, we start to see that there's a path up the mountain through different, and then as we come up higher, that's when we notice the sun, the energy of the sun is not just heat, it's just not physical. That's like, it's easy to look at the sun. The physical sun is that's why people worship the sun. But it is the spiritual connection. It's the sun of spirit. It's the spirit of truth, that of discernment. So it takes time to see the energy source that is there. So we have to kind of moving, as we move up the mountains, we will start becoming aware of different qualities of the energy, the qualities of the sun. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's windy, sometimes it's rain. So it has all the qualities. It's not just heat. So the sun is kind of a symbology to get you to open up to the majesticness, to start taking that journey and rise up your own mountain. So I'm kind of like a guide who says, let's walk up the mountain. It's pretty nice up there. There's a little cabin all the way up the top as well. Well, there's small cabins on the way, so we can enjoy ourselves. And there's actually a lot of great adventures on the road. So that is where we have to kind of acknowledge and see the mountain, and that the mountain is our home, because we are the awakened one. That is the naturalness of us. So that is what journey we are on. And we are discovering it a little bit at a time. So, but let's, some of you might already be sleeping. Other people are more confused because words are, sometimes people just focus on the words. Other people will be like, are already feeling the energy, and I might have been up all night feeling like tension and stuff. Other people have been like peeing all night long or pooping or different stuff, because you open up in different ways when you decide, I want to be part of the session. You want to be part of the teaching. I want to receive that which is unseen. Then you will adapt to it different ways. And some people get so high from the energy that they even might forget to show up. So then you will see it later, and then you can look at it at your own time, later tonight or tomorrow or sometime this weekend. So everybody's like getting into the energy in different ways. So that is where the challenge is of daring to show up in your own way. Everybody does it a little different. So with that said, let's allow this sun of awareness, that this source, this God energy coming in, and let it bring it in. Let's get a little bed in the mountain wherever you are on your journey. Put a little, sit yourself down, lean back by the river or on the fields or the pastures, wherever you are, or under a tree, and let yourself kind of the grace of taking a break and enjoying the journey up the mountain. Should be joyful because there's plenty of teachings and awakenings on the journey of awakening. So it should be a glorious journey. That is what we have to dare to choose. We have to dare to make it a glorious journey. Dare to have faith that is a glorious journey. So let's lay down wherever you are, or lean back on your couch, on your bed, or if you're laying down, or get a pillow and a little blanket if you're getting cold. As the winds start blowing, as the wings, the angel wings comes out and it opens up your wings as your body opens, cracks open, as you allow this energy to come in through your soul and in through your heart. That is the openness where we do. It is the contribution where you knew you might just comment or like or follow or ask questions and donate. A way to kind of meet the teaching with love, with openness, with kindness, with reciprocity. So let yourself to open and close your eyes, or keep them open, and just kind of let yourself wander in the space above you, as the heat comes into your back of your head, into your forehead, into your chest, into the back of your spine. And down. Down into your feet, down into your hips. Let your hips open. Open up your legs a little bit. It's like we're opening up the gates, the feminine gates, which is like your connection to the ground. As we allow the energy to come in through our heart, opening ourselves up, we're kind of receiving this grace, this energy, and then it will move down into your hips, opening this up, making roots down into your feet, you might feel heat or cold or tingling down into your legs, into your toes, or numbingness, or feel like a numbing feeling that you don't feel anything. They just feel heavy. Or like a tingling, sleeping sensation. And it's like your body starts sweating a little bit. That kind of builds up. It's like an internal training. It's like working or workout. So your body starts breathing. Your pores, everything starts opening up under your arms, in your groin, under your feet, under your knees. It's like kind of like a moisture. It starts moisturizing. And shake your hips a little bit more. Yeah, and then it kind of comes up again through your feet, through your hips, through your chest, opening up your chest, opening up, yawning, opening up your head, into your head, out, and out, just like a breath, a release, an orgasm, just letting it go. Either up, out through your head, out to your groin, out to your head, out, up through your head, or out through your angel wings. Different ways of connecting with either more of your physical energy or physical self or your energetic selves. It works on different levels of this connection. Yeah, and shake your heads, arms out, shake your legs out, open up your arm, your eyes, your arms, and breathe it out. Good. Perfect. A little movement of energy, as easy as it can be, as complicated as people can make it. And if you're new, reach out, comment, ask questions, whatnot. And for everybody else, thank you for your contributions and your comments and sharings, and whether it's now live or later tonight or tomorrow, whatnot. And yeah, this is the last time before Christmas, last time before New Year. Next week we will have a week off on Wednesday, since it's the 27th of January, of December. So it will be, people will be in Christmas, but we set the Christmas energy, and some people will have a little Christmas party later tonight. So the people are doing different things. And yeah, beautiful to see everybody. And I will talk to you guys soon. And beautiful to see you guys. Have a good one.